Hi, I'm Sharon Dooley, sports massage therapist and yoga teacher, generally based at the treatment room in Runners World in Eastcote. Obviously, at the moment, we're closed because of COVID, but we are still able to help you by phone or online. So do get in touch with myself or Gary Telfer if you're needing help. So when you're running, arms play an important part in your movement, and I see a lot of runners when I'm out and about, as I'm sure you do, with a variety of things going on with their arms. So I see people thinking it's like as if they're carrying shopping bags, their arms are out here. Sometimes that's because they don't feel very balanced through here, so they're trying to balance themselves with their arms. If you've been sat at a desk all day and you've got really tight through your shoulders, hunching your arms up, arms straight down, arms stuck by the sides, doing absolutely nothing, running with your hands in your pockets. You name it, you'll see loads of different things. Ideal when you're running is your arms are helping to drive you forwards. So they can move independently of your torso. Everything, yes, it's connected and plays a part in each other's movement, but just building some strength alone in the muscles that work your arms isn't going to necessarily change how you use them. So building some strength through your biceps, your triceps, shoulders, muscles that help to control the rotational movements. These are all excellent, and I'm going to take you through some of those, but then also putting it together into arms. Elbows stay close into your side, nice and relaxed elbows, relaxed at the shoulders, drive the arm back, let it swing back forward. So you're not reaching forward when you're running, you're not wood chopping. Elbow stays slightly bent, drive the elbow back, and just let that natural elastic recoil that your body has bring the arm back. So bean cans, if you don't have any weights, just start with bean cans. So bicep curls, fully straightening your arm, fully bending your arm. Just working here isn't working the muscle at its whole range. You're going to end up with a weaker muscle. Lifting a weight from a longer range is going to make the muscle work harder, which should make it more efficient when you're running. That said, start with a very light weight. So bicep curls will help to build biceps through here. Tricep dips helps with the extension of the arm coming back, so working the muscles on the back of the arm. Taking a chair or a step, you can have it legs straight or bent. Keep your bum close into the chair. Ideally, you're going to bring your elbow to 90 and then fully straighten. And then using can of beans, I'll also show you with elastics. Shoulder press, so taking your elbows about shoulder height, relaxing through your upper traps, so relaxing your shoulders, reaching up and back. Again, tins of beans if you're not used to doing this sort of thing. Just start with a movement and then add a light weight, or you can have 750 ml bottles of water and just gradually put more water in it until it's full, and then you're controlling the amount of weight. It doesn't have to be a really heavy weight to start with, just start with wherever you're at. And then I call this dumb weight as the elbows in towards your side and just gently bringing your arm out and back in. Keep your wrist in line or hand in line with your wrist so you're not overextending or flexing. So you just got the hand straight at the end of your arm. And you will find one side has more movement than the other. And then shoulder press with elastics. You can have either a continuous loop or just a long piece of elastic, which is what I've got. Start with a light enough weight, and then gradually the heavier the band, the more resistance you're going to do, but it's going to start to make your movement go wonky. So start with something you can do. And then once you're comfortably doing 3 sets of 10 reps, then you can look to increase the resistance of the band. Controlling the movement on the way up and down. So you're pushing up and then controlling it on the way down. Push up, control on the way down. The other thing on this one is looking to set your scapula. So before you start thinking of shoulder blades, it's almost like you're setting them, which is going to help to position your arms. So keeping them doing the stabilizing work as you're moving your arm up and down. If you've ever sublux dislocated your shoulder, then take guidance with that one. Just go very, very gently. I'd start with no weights, making sure you've got arm in the right position. You don't want to take your elbow too far back behind your arm if you've sublux, because you're just going to encourage it to go again, and we really don't want that, particularly right now where it's going to be difficult for you to see anyone. So that's just some ideas you can play with to build some strength, and then play around with your arm action and varying the speed. So you can do, as I say, light weights, tins of beans, driving your elbows backwards and forwards, do something like 20 reps, drop the weights, try again, and just exploring moving the arms through the whole range of motion. So you're making it a nice, big, long arm swing, varying the speeds, and then you can make it shorter and bigger. And that's just something good for you to play with. You can do it inside the house. You can use it as part of a warm-up so that you've kind of helping to program your brain into how you want your body to move when you go out for your run, so that you're not one of these people twisting all over the place. Your arms are actually helping to work for you. Bearing in mind as well, I tend to wear a hat and scarf rather than pulling a hood up if it's cold or wet or raining, because once I've got the hood on, that's going to make a difference in how I can swing my arms. It's not going to give me the same amount of freedom as keeping separation of a jacket with hat and gloves. So it's just other things to bear in mind. The clothing that you wear is also going to impact how much movement you can make through your arms. So have a go with those sorts of things. Look after yourselves, and we'll let you know as soon as we're able to see you face to face, but we are still available at the end of the phone and for video consultations until we can reopen the treatment room. We're keeping it closed for obvious reasons at the moment. It's just safer for everybody to keep distance.